Hello beautiful souls and happy Thursday to you all. I am jumping on today to do a video for a couple of reasons. First, I just want to nut something out and to bring some type of awareness about something. But secondly, I feel like I need to draw some cards. I can feel everyone's commenting on my videos and daily messages and saying, I need that, thank you, I needed that. And I love that because that's what I'm about. I'm here to provide everyone with what Spirit feels that you need to know right now. But as always, if you want to know something that is suited to your circumstances, you are more than welcome to book in with a private session with me. I'm always happy to help you. But something that's come to my awareness, and obviously I can only speak from my own perspective because of the industry that I'm in. I've been in this industry for almost 30 years, so I know the ins, the outs, the ups and downs, and that's why I tend to stick to myself and just do things my own way. But for the last 2 or 3 months, I've been really trying to sort of network and, you know, be amongst like-minded people and all that sort of jazz. And it's working out quite well. I've got a few things that I want to share with you guys at a later date that I'm very excited about. But today's sort of message, and it's really frustrating for me. But lately I've been approached by a few people, a few companies. There's been some offers and opportunities that I've actually put myself forward for, all that sort of jazz. And I've noticed a repetitive theme. What I've noticed is, it may be different if you work for a company or something, but I'm a sole trader. I have my own business, so it's my own business name. I work for myself. I am a little, I am my own caboose, so to speak. So I have other people wanting to say, would you do this? Would you do that? And they're approaching me, or I'm approaching them with offers. And that's all cool because I live in an unlimited universe. You know, I think we all can do whatever we set our mind to, and there's no competition in this life because everybody needs something different. Everyone's attracted to someone different. How I am is not everyone's cup of tea, and I get that. Some people need other things, and that's cool too. I respect everybody, and everyone runs their businesses and all that very differently. But I really wanted to bring about more awareness, especially to those who are just starting out. If you've been in the industry for a long time and you're pretty stuck in your ways, you'll probably just go, oh, this chick's full of shit and whatever, but that's cool too. But if you are up and coming and you are just launching your own spirit-led business or anything like that, can I just kindly remind everybody, especially when it comes to the law of attraction, that there is no competition. What I've noticed a lot, and this happened about a year or two ago as well, when I got employed by quite a well-known leader in this field. What I'm noticing is that they're employing you as a business, but when you're there doing your business, you're not allowed to solicit yourself. You're not allowed to sell yourself in any way, which I think is kind of crazy because at the end of the day, if someone comes and has a reading with someone, they're going to go, oh, who was that? I really like them. Or, you know, she's got the style that I like. Or they're going to get curious anyway, and they're going to find out who the person is regardless of whether you have rules set in place that a reader can't go in and be themselves and, you know, solicit themselves. I understand from the perspective of you don't want to do all the energy work in your business and then you've got someone else coming in and poaching off your clients and all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, if you're dealing with a solopreneur, someone who works for themselves, someone who isn't like everybody else or whatever, you can't ask them to not sell themselves or promote themselves. Neither should you ask them to do that. That's just my honest opinion. I would rather myself be associated and attached to other businesses or other connections that understand and fully, and they want everyone to succeed. It's not kind of like, these companies believe they have some type of ownership of you. At the end of the day, they're hiring you. They're paying an invoice. They're hiring you to do a certain job. And I'm not saying you go in there and you hand out business cards and I mean, people probably done that. I don't do that. But, you know, to make that a rule that you're not allowed to, you know, let people know how they can get in contact with you. where they can catch up with you, what your social media platforms are. I think businesses should be encouraging that. Absolutely, you should be encouraging that. So I don't know whether I want to give this as a bit of a heads up to those who are wanting to branch out and network in this industry. Every industry is different, but I can only speak from this one. That, you know, this is what you may face while you're trying to network and trying to, you know, be amongst like-minded people and wanting everyone to succeed. So you may expect that. So just be mindful of that. But if you are a business and you're hiring somebody, you're employing somebody or anything like that, please remember that there is no lack of scarcity. And if people like other people, they're going to find every single way that they can to get in contact with that person, whether you make them sign an agreement to say, shh, you're not allowed to tell anyone this, and you're not allowed to tell anyone, like this little secret society. You know, that's not how light workers are. We're here to raise the consciousness of the planet. We have a full, broader awareness and perspective that what floats one person's boat or what one person's need may not be what the other person needs and all that sort of stuff. I think I've only come across one company in the last 2.5 years or something that was like, honestly, their energy was just so open. They were just so connected. They didn't care who you were, what you did, all that. As long as you were kind, fair, you know, you paid your bills and all that sort of stuff, they were cool for it. But the majority of the others, there was always a stipulation. And to me, that's very ego sense. So I just had to get that off my chest, that it really, really frustrates me when light workers, spirit-led businesses, whatever, are out there and they've got all these massive clauses because they're so scared about someone else pinching their business, or they got someone else that's going to take away from the work that they've done or whatever. You got to remember that everything's energy. You attract, like attracts like. So I would probably loosen up on that a little bit at the moment, because I may have heaps of people that don't really resonate with me, or they just hang around me with the energy, but they may have what you need. So you got to look at the other side of the fence as well. Just remember, everybody, life's an energy exchange. You will get out what you put in, but if you expect to hire someone, have someone work for you, and that you feel like you've got some type of ownership over them then, and they can't do this and they can't do that, that won't work for a true energy worker, light worker anyway. And like I say, if you are up and coming and you're trying to put yourself out there, you know, that's a possibility that you can face. So to top that all off, I practice what I preach. If you have a beautiful business, if you're an upcoming reader, obviously do the scanning process. You're putting your name to somebody and you don't want them to go and rip people off and then you're known as a fraud as well or anything like that. But if you have any sort of product, any type of business or anything in any area, I was just so passionate about it. Get in contact with me. Get in contact with me either through my website, misspsychiatric.com.au, and I'm happy to give you a plug. People who have private readings with me, who do Reiki healings, do any type, and I feel like I believe in you and that you just need a little bit of a leg up. Honestly, there's enough to go around and there's plenty for everyone. So get in contact with me. I'm happy to do a post for you, put your name out there or something like that, and I don't expect anything in return. I don't expect anything in return, and I don't own you. So you can just go along your own merry way. So yeah, that's just something to think about, guys, and I hope I did that justice. It's something that's been rattling in my head for the last 2 days. It's getting really frustrating, especially my head just can't wrap around it. I just can't wrap around it. So anyway, I have some exciting things coming up, you guys. I'm about to launch something either today or tomorrow that I'm very excited about, and I hope you like it too. But when it does come to parties and group gatherings and all that sort of stuff, I'm offering that too at the moment as well. So if you live, I probably service the Sunshine Coast, but I am happy to go other places. But obviously the cost will go up with that because it's travel and all that sort of stuff. But if you are wanting to have a little bit of a group get together, or you want a psychic to come to your event or anything like that, please let me know. Drop me a line. But I will be advertising a few things over the next few days anyway. So, okay. So now enough being said, I can feel the pull of the collective at the moment with all these shifts and changes and stuff. So I'm just going to pull a few cards today just to back up the Sunday's reading, the collective reading over here on YouTube, and the daily messages, because I can feel a lot of people stuck. I really can. So let's see if we can bring some clarity to you until Sunday when I jump back on and do the collective reading again. Okay, it's going to probably come, this is going to sound really repetitive for those who follow me all the time, but Spirit really, really wants you to know that this change is going to come in whether you like it or not, guys. You've either got to be a willing participant in this change and in this transition and actually feel the feels and move your way through them and tap into a high level of awareness, because that's what's happening at the moment. Spirit are really guiding everybody as to where to go, what to do, who to talk to, how to... what do they say? Where to put your thumb in the pies. This is a spiritual awakening as well. So a lot of people, their intuitive abilities are really active right now. Please know that understanding is power and knowledge is power when it comes to that type of thing, because I wouldn't be able to do what I do where I am if I didn't research it and learn it and apply it and practice it and become really diligent at it. That's what Spirit are really asking you for, because we're going through a change, and the mend card come out in the 1 minute, but I didn't kind of mention that this morning. There's a lot of mending energy that's happening at the moment. It's not a quick fix. It's not instant solutions. It's not instant gratifications. It's nothing like that. We are being Spirit-led right now, and the only way that can come to us is through maybe random thoughts that you're having. Some people may actually hear a message and go, you know, what was that? Some people may be feeling it, but I feel like it's more so coming from the knot in the stomach. It's like, I've got to go there. I've got to do this. I've got to contact this person. I've just got to do this, got to do that. So if that's you, that's your internal guidance system, that's Spirit, the universe, connecting with you on your soul level, trying to direct you and help you with your next course of action. The forgiveness card has come out nearly for 2 weeks solid. So if I was in your physical shoes, 11:55 on the camera, if I was in your physical shoes right now, I would Google how to find forgiveness. Everything that you do in this life must be because it makes you feel better. It's not to let anyone off the hook. It's not to excuse anything, and your experiences aren't there to just beat you up. It's about finding forgiveness for yourself and for other people because it makes you feel better, and it's going to put you in better alignment with what it is that you're calling in as a result of the contrast that you just experienced. The reason why I say that too is because we've got loyal hearts again. If you go back and check out on Sunday, I'm pretty sure this come out. It's been coming out. They just told me matching of the minds, matching of the hearts. There are beautiful, beautiful connections. Spirit literally just said this morning that there is a connection coming in for you. Whether this is a good business connection, and I've actually made one of those this week, so you'll find out more about that soon. This can be love connections as well, but this is a meeting of the minds, this is a meeting of the hearts. This is when sort of two people just become one, and Spirit really, really wants you to know that you're not stuck right now. You are poised for change. A lot of this has got to do with life perspective, and once again, knowledge is power. You have to find new ways to gain a broader perspective, and the way that we do it as humans is to read and research and ask questions and ponder and all that sort of stuff. There is definitely a shift happening anyway. And then we got Treasure Island. So the more that you take care of your emotional self here, you will feel like a bit of a turtle. You may come out of your shell a little bit and you want to start exploring and you want to start dabbling in new things, and this is a real exploratory type of energy to me. But as soon as you feel threatened or you're triggered or something happens, you instantly pull yourself back into your shell. You know what I mean? And then it feels like you're starting this cycle all over again. It's about developing a nice, new, clear momentum for yourself in your life. Energetic momentum is basically practice. You got to keep doing your daily practices. You can't expect to go to the gym and within a week lose 25 kilos. You've got to get up, you've got to show up, you've got to turn up, you've got to be consistent, you've got to eat consistently. Everything in your life has to be consistent, and also you only want to influence your life with consistent. They just said consistent and persistent. So be persistent. Be persistent and be consistent. That's literally what they just said. But what happens quite easily is that people do get derailed. Well, they do fall off the wagon a little bit here, and Spirit is saying that's all normal, but you do have these unexpected gifts. Everything that's backed by divine orchestrated love here. You have to love yourself. You have to be persistent. You have to be consistent. You have to accept that change is inevitable. We are here to grow and expand as beautiful people that we are. Now's not a time to stay stuck and stagnant or tell yourself that and perceive that. Now's the time to work through any type of emotion that you're going through, and it's sort of like come back up to the surface. A lot of you have been drowning in your emotions for quite a long time. We're not saying you can go from the drowning to the bottom of the pits of the ocean all the way up to the top in overnight. It's going to be consistency and it's going to be persistence. You just got to want to feel better, and you've got to want to do better, and you've got to want it better for yourself so you can rise back up to the surface, so you can actually come up for a breath of fresh air. And like Spirit said this morning, there is some type of support or something coming in for you to help you do that. But if you're looking down and you're telling the story and beating the drum of all the injustice and how it is and how it's been and what's not working out and how shit everything is and all that sort of stuff, then you can't rise up. And Spirit really wants you to rise up. They want you to come up, take a breath, have a look around for a little while, and then, you may have to dip down again into another emotion that you have to work through. But you don't have to do it alone. There's a lot of people out there that are willing to support you and stuff like that. I am one of them, of course. But we're just about to come out of the moat. So if you can picture you can see the castle at the end of your view, and you've gone into the moat. We've been in the moat for a few months now, you know what I mean? We've sifted, we've sorted, we're sort of like we're a bit muddy, but we're drying out and maybe a bit crusty and crunchy, I don't know. But we're just about to come out of the moat, and we are literally going to start walking down a big grassy knoll, and then we're going to reach our castle. And that castle is whatever, and Spirit just literally jumped those three out. Your castle and your empire is how you're creating it to be, what it looks like to you, what it feels like for you, what you expect in it, all that sort of stuff. We did get the passion. So I was saying to my niece the other day, we've got 12 to 14 hours in a day, which most people are awake for, I don't know. But, most people aren't filling it with things and people and places and thoughts and foods and anything that they're not passionate about. Write a list today. What do I find passionate? Start dancing to the beat of your own drum. Wake up each day and go, what can I do today? What can I think today that will make me feel more inspired? Because when you're inspired, you're going to be motivated to do something new. You're going to be motivated to maybe even find forgiveness. That's been the running trend. But you need to develop some type of sacred space to yourself as well. A lot of you are using people, places, things, excuses, addictions, behaviors, alcohol, whatever it is, as your tool for coping and managing with your emotion. Spirit is saying, how about you become a little bit more sacred? How about you love yourself and honor yourself a little bit more and find healthier alternatives to any sort of coping mechanism that you have got going on at the moment? Because if you do that, like I say, 18 on the camera, you are going to find the wonderful, beautiful, peaceful balance in your life. What I love the most about this is that we all need to co-create with other people. We all, want happy relationships and happy connections and beautiful relationships and all that sort of stuff. If you're in a distorted version of yourself, you're always going to manifest and attract a distorted version of yourself. It takes a very, very unique, powerful, beautiful, loyal couple to actually come together and actually work through that together. So that is possible. No one's ever perfect. But at the end of the day, depending on where you are on your emotional scale, is going to be dependent as to who this is that you attract into your life. So please know that there is balance coming in for you, but you need to create it. And really work through those emotions, you guys. I know it's lonely. And I crave the same things that everybody else craves, but I guess I just have a different perspective than some people, not whatever, but I don't want to be someone else's burden, you know what I mean? I don't want to make someone else's life hell because I've had so many unhealed versions of myself. I don't want to project my shit onto anybody, whether it's co-workers, lovers, whatever. So yeah, maybe that's what you guys need to do too. I can't believe this. When it comes to tarot, when it comes to the energy of the tarot, I'm not a tarot reader, but I read the energy of the tarot. Usually when the knights come up a lot for me, that means it's a very slow moving energy. It's something that you may feel or sense that's coming in, but it's not quite here yet. So it's just time to do a little bit more energy work, or just to have some fun or play or whatever. We literally had all 3 pages come out. I can't show you the cards because they usually flag them, but we literally got the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Page of Swords. You need to really, really understand and know that what you release now is going to be replaced. You are just about to start. Just consider your life. You got the Book of Life, and in our Book of Life we have all these different chapters, and you're just about to start a whole new page, a whole new chapter. A lot of people are going to be stepping up here. So if you feel like you've been in a bit of an apprentice type energy, you are going to step up and become more of a leadership type role. And that's probably why they encourage me to jump on and be quite vulnerable and just say, hey, if you're up and coming and you're in the spiritual industry or any type of industry, there's enough to go around. You know what I mean? There's no hustle. It shouldn't be hustle. And yeah, just, yeah, share. But there's financial growth here. There's emotional growth here. This is something that you've been asking the universe for, because I can see you all sort of sitting there on the sidelines sort of going, you know, or if you have an experience and you go, well, I don't want that. God, send me someone who actually can communicate. See, you've launched that rocket of desire, and Spirit is saying your rocket of desire is coming in, but you, at the end of the day, need to line yourself up over it, because if you're focused on the people that don't communicate, that don't do certain things, you're going to manifest someone that doesn't communicate as much as you want them to communicate. That just made sense. But you need to know that if you put in the energy work, it is going to pay off for you. There is going to be an increase of wealth and abundance, and that looks different to everybody else. Some people's castle is just a happy family unit, which is full of love, fun, and laughter. Yeah, that's right. That's your sense of abundance. Awesome, love it, same. But some people, you know, they're chasing the money, the mullah, the wealth, the financial prosperity. And if that's you, that's cool too. That's cool too. Hey, we can have it all. We can have it all. But either which way, whatever you're calling out for as an individual, it's definitely still coming in. Magician. This was on the bottom of the deck, I think. If you go back and watch my 1-minute video from today, this was on the bottom of the deck, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, the Magician is a master manifester. They have all the resources they need coming in for them. It's like a rebirth energy. You are going to start seeing and receiving the subtleties of what you're calling out for, but it depends on whether you're focusing on the opposite. For example, I've had 2 great business connections this week that have helped me out tremendously on projects that I've been wanting to get off the ground for absolute years. These people are actually doers. They're passionate about what they do. They never say, Danielle, I want this. Danielle, I want that. I want this. I want that. If I do this for you, then I want this. They're just doing it because they're for the love of it, and I'm doing it for the love of it. And together, we're making a really, really good co-creative process, having a really, really good co-creative process. But if you're focused on what I spoke about earlier, you know, how brutal the industry is, how people have so many rules, I mean, so many conditions. Thank you. I was literally saying in my head, can you give me the right words to use? Because I can feel it, can't relate in words. But we need to start releasing some of the conditions and some of the barriers and the walls that we put up for ourselves. You know, we all live a freedom-based lifestyle, but if you're putting conditions into any type of relationship, it's going to screw you up every single time. Every single time. So no matter whether it's your intimate relationships, your work connections, anything like that, please try to start removing some of the conditions that you're putting on other people, because they're not your puppets. No one's going to act and behave, or well, some will if they're vibrating less than, but strong, independent, focused, forthright, people who know and like to take charge in that, they're not, you can't put conditions on them. It's just not going to work. Same as your kids. If you sit there and go, don't touch that, it's hot, don't touch that, it's hot, you can say it till the cows come home. Next minute, you know, ouch, that hurts. Yeah. You can't control anybody. The only person that you can control is yourself. Yes. Higher levels of commitment are coming in with the marriage card. So if you are in a unique, you are wanting love and connections, that's definitely coming in for you as well. I just speak generally when I read for a collective, but the marriage card to me means high levels of commitment. So you're either leveling up in your work, you're leveling up in a commitment or a connection of some sort. You may actually attend a wedding or some sort of birthday celebration or some type of celebration. And one of the resources that you've been calling out for is at that function. So make sure you start saying yes to fun and frisky things, because it's going to put you in the perfect timing. So everything's coming in perfect timing, not a moment sooner. If you are trying to control, manipulate, work out, get in your head about anything, tell yourself you're stuck, that nothing ever changes and all that sort of stuff, that's what needs to be worked on, because from a psychic perspective, it is definitely coming in for everybody. You need to be around inspiring people. You need to listen to influential things. You need to start talking to yourself in the mirror a whole lot nicer too. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah. See, then we got walk away and connect with nature. So a lot of you are still holding on to things that no longer serve you. Any sort of unhealthy balance, unhealthy mindset, unhealthy connections. You know, you really do need to release that, you guys, so you can walk through these new doors that are opening up as a result of your own growth and your own expansion. And it's time to start saying yes to things. And if it's a no, then it's a no. Spiritual full stop. End of story. So yeah, I hope that all made sense. It was very impromptu. I've got a lot of things on today and yada yada yada. But I just really felt like I needed to get that out of me. I sit here and work by myself all day, so you guys are it. So I do hope that did make sense in some way. And once again, guys, start supporting each other more. Don't think because one person's doing something that someone else is going to get it taken away. Oh, fuck me, nah. So yeah, if you do have a business, you are upcoming in any area or anything like that, you reach out to me. I am more than happy to help you with no strings attached, no conditions. Yeah, what's mine is yours and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, have a great day. Love you so much. Glad you're enjoying the 1 minute messages, and I'm so stoked that there's a large portion of you that are receiving what you need. So have a great day, everyone, and I'll talk to you again soon. See you Sunday. Bye.